Texas Family YMCA. My name is Dave Vincent. Round of 16 on this race for 8. Stephen Cooney coming in from Ireland up against Mondo Ortiz from the LAAC as we are now getting ready. Now, Stephen Cooney not necessarily flying in from Ireland. He's living over in New York, New Jersey area for the year. But he's representing Ireland, of course. My name is Dave Vincent alongside Marco Chavez. Do you like it when I say Chavez when it's just Marco Chavez?
No. I like when you say Chavez.
Chavez?
Yeah.
How do you...
You don't say Julio Cesar Chavez. You say Julio Cesar Chavez.
I say Chavez. Chavez. Someone said it. No, it's just Chavez. And I said, well, it's Chavez. With Steve Cooney now serving left-handed. Tons of bone bruises on that right hand of his at the last tournament, and he turned around left-handed. He's actually liking that stroke.
Is this from the last pro stop? Is you hurt his hand or?
Yeah.
Point.
Now, Marcos, you know that Mondo's under the weather, and not to give excuses, but
3-0.
he doesn't look good. Did you fly with him?
I know.
That's good for you.
Yeah, he flew with Shorty and Ashley.
Point.
This isn't going to be, unless I'm wrong, this is not the Mondo Ortiz that we saw in New York or
4-0.
Salt Lake City. But as I said to him, you're the type of guy that likes to fight through stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're known for. And he goes, yeah, that's right.
Point.
He actually told me he's won some of his best matches under the weather.
5-0.
While he was watching that Emmett match.
Cooney up really quickly here, 5-0. Now, you play Mondo as much as anybody has ever played him.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing that you see from him that absolutely amazes you when you play him?
Thank you.
It would be his return to serve with his left.
1-5.
How he kills that ball with no effort. If he gets a shot, if you serve him to his left, he gets a chance to kill it, he'll go for it.
Point.
And that right there is one of his specialties, that revolving door.
The revolving door, anything off the back
2-5.
wall. I mean, if he's on, you're in trouble. Yeah, we were just playing last weekend.
Point.
It was Vic and I and Shorty, and we all just saw Mondo just.
3-5.
He wasn't playing that great the last few weeks, but he just kind of turned it up, and no one could beat him last weekend. He was just hot.
Side out. 5-3.
Score is 5-2. Game 1. Best 2 out of 3 to 15. Win by 2. Breaker also to 15.
Yeah, it's
Side out.
the power he has. I mean, off that back wall, Mondo's
3-5.
pretty dangerous.
Well, this is an important match because if Mondo was able or were able to defeat Stephen Cooney, that would pretty much eliminate Cooney's chances of getting that automatic invite to San Francisco.
4-5.
Mondo, you see him, he's just completely sick. So for the rest of the players that are in the top 8, this court is now infected.
Infected, yeah. Maybe we can spray some Lysol to get a new sponsor or another one.
Side out.
Lysol disinfectant. That doesn't help. I have to room with him also.
5-4.
So now tomorrow I might come in sick to play.
Oh, yeah.
Point. 6-4. Short.
It's pretty amazing how Cooney's serving with his left.
7. Point.
Well, that's Mondo. He does that off balance,
7-4.
forcing the kill. You know, but when he's on, he's on. So
The scoreboard's now
Point.
correct at 8-4. It was wrong earlier, so don't change the score.
8-4.
8-4.
Point.
yeah, I don't like when he does that, but
9-4.
What's that?
the forcing the shots. I mean, how are you going to kill over your shoulder?
Yeah.
That's just Mondo. That's how he plays, one speed. Kind of like Vince, you know? Same
Yeah.
way.
Side out.
Vince never lob served.
But Mondo did. I mean, we saw that in Salt Lake City when he defeated Brady with lob serves.
Short.
But I get what you're saying. I mean, very one-track mind. I'm going to serve and
Second.
shoot. I'll shoot from anywhere. That offensive mentality. I thought when Mondo was about 14 or 15 that he was impersonating Vince.
Point.
I think a lot of people thought that too. He would even sound like he was trying to talk like him and everything.
5-79.
Oh, he wouldn't
Dressed
say
like him.
anything.
Yeah, wouldn't say
He wouldn't
anything. His hair was all feathered. Perfect.
Well, he surely came out of the
Side out.
Vince Munoz camp as well. So
9-5.
Steve Cooney living in Queens, New York.
Short. Second. Side out. 5-9.
I was actually on the sidelines watching the big screen TV that they have on the side because the picture was so clear compared to looking into the court
Yeah.
from the crowd.
Ball slid just a little bit there.
Point.
So what's do you know what he's ranked, Armando? Is he?
Well, he's in the
6-9.
7th, 6th, 7th. Mondo, I don't think is in question. Score here is 6-9, but the big one is that Nadi
Side out.
Alvarado's probably going to take the invite to San Francisco, which then kicks out somebody like Abraham or Anthony Celesto's out already. So, but it could open the door for someone like
9-6.
Stephen Cooney. And you're also kind of on the fence of whether you're going to get it or not. You got that first round win, which is really big.
I'm looking for a second round win as well.
Side out.
Okay, well, you need to get some wins.
I'm tired of losing to Emmett.
Okay.
6-9.
But he's a great player. He's going to be at his
Play
hometown
ball.
there in San Francisco. So
6-9.
Mondo's just kind of pecking away at that score.
yeah, he's kind of stayed in it a little bit. So
Wow.
Side out. Nine six. Side out.
yeah, you can't set up Mondo like that. And Cooney's doing really well too. I mean, he retrieves a lot. That's helping him a lot.
6-9.
Wow.
Point.
Mondo goes for it. I mean, he really flat out goes for it.
Yeah, he goes
Call
for the
timeout,
bottom
Steven.
board. At the lowest he
Mondo?
can get it.
Yeah.
All right, score is 7-9. You got 1 minute. That's your first.
And he's still in there, you know, 7-9s. He's not out of it.
Referee is Abraham Montijo. And you can see Dan Armijo complaining about his seed, his draw for the tournament, as he always does. That's what he does in these early rounds.
He's saying, I can't believe that they did that to me. And Louis says, we deserve it.
We're watching this round of 16 bonus coverage on race48.com.
And Sean Lanning sitting there
30
after his
seconds.
win from Vic Perez. That's in the back.
Here, though, it's Mondo Ortiz. Had a pretty big deficit to start off this match, but now pecking away at 7-9 now the score, and serving against Stephen Cooney, project manager
10
for a
seconds.
construction firm in the New York area, living in Queens, from Ireland, but here for a year or two.
Resuming play, we have 7 serving 9.
Wow.
Point.
He gave him 2 back. He gave
8-9.
Cooney 2 back wall setups. Couldn't finish it.
Short ball on the line. Second.
And for those watching, wondering why Steve Cooney is serving left-handed, because he is obviously right-handed. He
9
had a few
serving
bone
9.
bruises on his right hand and turned around and had to serve left-handed, and just kind of liked the groove that he got into
Side
with
out.
his left hand, so he just stayed that way. Now, I'm not saying that he doesn't have bone bruises anymore, but
9 serving 9.
he has developed a really good left-handed serve, which is, you know, from my
Second.
years of watching him play, slightly better than his power serve with his right. And you know this
Point.
from past experience, and Marcos, you get in there and you crank off a
10-9.
good serve with your left, you go, wow, I kind of like the way that looks, you know, and possibly because you don't do it enough, and it just looks kind of cool, but he liked it, stuck with it.
Look at that shot.
That's
Point.
beautiful. That was like an inside-out swing as well. The ball has to cut into that right wall and slow down.
It kind of
11-9.
looked like a Chapman shot there with that paddle swing. Really nice.
A lot of players that don't know how to make that shot hit it too wide and it doesn't make the front wall because of that cut. You almost have to
Down ball, side
aim
out.
right directly to the crotch of that front wall with that paddle.
Yeah, because it dies as soon as it hits that
9-11.
sidewall.
Side out.
Yeah, hand errors. Bad serves
11-9.
with Mondo Ortiz right now.
Point.
Ortiz just teeing off from 38 feet and above his head on that return. Going for
1-9.
some rollout from over his head somehow.
Point.
Pound for pound, is there another harder hitter than Mondo? Shorty,
13-9.
perhaps?
Nah, Shorty hits the ball hard, but he has to be really set up. Mondo does that off balance, like that. I mean, he's not really. I say Luis Moreno hits the ball pretty hard from what I saw
9-7,
today,
13.
and really consistent.
See, Mondo
Point.
puts you in such a bad position, goes inside out, back where you just vacated. It makes you look bad, but Mondo
10,
plays that
13.
exactly perfect.
That's a better serving.
Side out.
Not consistent.
13-10.
13 to 10.
That's what it sounded like.
Make that 14 to 10. Now we have game point against Mondo Ortiz.
Game point, serving 10. Short. Second. Side out.
Nice fly kill. Showing off a little 3-wall there.
10-14.
That's what Mondo likes, is shooting that left-handed. That first
Side
strike
out.
left hand, he loves that, but then dips in the second strike into the ground.
14-10.
Cooney now serving again to take game number 1.
This is not what Mondo likes when the game's slow. So it goes in the favor of Cooney right here.
Side out.
Another side out. I played Mondo once at a pro stop, and this is when I was hearing how good he was. I played him when he was really young and
10-14.
in doubles, and I knew he was getting better. And won the first game easy, very close second game, went to a tiebreaker. And I'm thinking to myself, this is the guy everyone's talking about? I mean, this is not tiebreaker, completely
Point.
different story. The serve came out because he has an amazing serve when
Yeah.
he's on. And I felt like I was in a completely different ballpark. Like it's time to
11-14.
retire. Because if this is the way that these young guys are playing,
Point.
because it was not the same. I mean, the result from how well I played in the first game, how well I should have won the second game and didn't. Tiebreaker, he went from being just a regular A player, we were in a pro division, to being one of the best players I've ever seen in my life in just a matter of seconds.
Side out.
And another side out. That really was the end for my pro career, too. I played Luis Moreno 3 weeks later at another
14-12.
pro stop, and I realized that
You were done with
I
your
should
pro
have played
career.
Frisbee golf. Their combined age was my age at the time. And I'm not joking. That was true. That's a true story. There's another laser
Side out.
from Mondo, who's not
Yeah.
going away.
Because Stephen Cooney can't finish it right now.
1 full and 1 30-second one. 30 seconds? All right, you got 30 seconds.
Mondo peels off another 15 seconds, asking the referee how many timeouts I have. You have 1 full, 30 second. Huh? You know,
Yeah.
Score is
Are you sure?
12-14.
I think I'm going to take that. Wait a second. Let me take some more time here and think about this. Yeah, I'll go with that full timeout.
I was giving 1 minute timeout. I forgot about what the rules were.
Yeah, well, everybody has this
10
weekend.
seconds.
And then the tiebreaker now going to 15.
Right.
So, yeah.
Not 11,
A lot of
15.
things change.
Well, this is game number 1. Cooney up 14-12, trying to win game number 1. We're in the middle of a
Last time, players
timeout.
on the court.
Round of 16. The other round of 16 match is Paul Brady. He's playing right now.
He's on court, huh? Playing Cordova.
Mondo, you
Yeah,
have
against
1
Luis
full
Cordova. They're
timeout.
playing in a
Cooney, you got all
backcourt.
3 left. Score is 12-14.
Wow.
Side
That's
out.
a clutch shot right there.
Well, you know, Steve Cooney is a great bottom board player if he wants to play that way.
14-12.
You know, but we have seen him do a lot of this, you know, very safe wraparound stuff, but he can go bottom board and get crazy on it at times. Like that.
First game.
And then he takes game number 1.
You guys got 3 minutes.
15-12, we're going to take a 3-minute break. We'll be back for game number 2. Steve Cooney, Mondo Ortiz for Marco Chavez. My name is Dave Vincent. We'll be back in just a bit. Stick around here at racefor8.com.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
It's Timothy Green's first day at school.
What's in there? He's about to fall over.
Anything he might need. There's a box of tissues on the bottom and some Band-Aids. There's a whole first aid kit, actually.
Mom, I can handle it from here.
You don't have to be perfect
Have a great day.
It's too much pressure.
Have the day you have.
to be a perfect parent.
There are 2 people in the world who want you more than anything. They'll make some mistakes, but they will love you more than you can ever imagine.
There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
We are different. Society should aspire to be more like us.
Be part of the first class. Get energized. Get outside.
Hold on, guys. It's gonna get bumpy.
And get moving. Experience the power of physical activity. Join the movement at actionheroalliance.com.
Right now. Yeah.
That game
players
went
on the court.
pretty fast.
Oh, it's a lot of shooting. You know, I mean, both players seem to get the rallies over with fairly quickly.
That's the first time I've seen Cooney play, actually.
Well, he's doing better than he did in Tucson, but he was injured there.
Oh, okay. I believe Abraham beat him in Tucson. Is that?
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yep. So did Paul Brady. And fortunately, he pulled Paul Brady's name in that opening round, which is, you know, not what he wants to do. Abe beat him in a playoff match, but he's injured, you know. You remember that big one when Dave Fink and Cooney went after it at the U.S. Open a couple years ago, and Dave Fink defeated him 11-10 in the breaker on a diving re-kill.
I'm charging a 1 timeout.
Steve Cooney late to get back into the court here, and now he's getting penalized by the referee. He's lost timeouts.
Who's the ref?
Abraham Montijo.
He did that.
On the other
He
hand,
took a
Resuming
timeout.
play is game 2. Mondo, you have 3 timeouts.
You don't really hear
Steven,
that.
You have 2.
but the timeout.
Yeah.
Well,
2.
Steven didn't
No,
take any in the
that
first
took him
game
a whole
anyway, so
minute.
I don't know
you
how
have
it would
1
affect
minute
him
and
much.
30-second left. That took too long.
The referee's going to let him take the remainder of this 30 seconds that he has left.
Resuming play 0, serving 0.
I've seen players get mad at that, but they never call timeouts, so.
Point.
You can come back into the second game and call a timeout.
1-0.
Yeah. I mean,
Even though it hasn't, 0-0 hasn't been.
right. You've lost a timeout.
Right out.
But the referee said, you know, I started your timeout now, and so you still have 30 seconds left.
Too much power.
Right out.
Let's see how Mondo starts off this
1-0.
time. He's a little slow that first game. I mean, he came back, though, gave it a good shot, but
Second.
not enough.
Point.
I believe Steve Cooney led the first
2-0.
game 4-0, 3-0, so now it seems like the things have changed a little here,
Point.
being 3-0.
Right.
This is going to be a good
3-0.
tiebreaker if he keeps continuing this. Four zero. What the? Wow. That's not an easy
4-0.
shot. Off the back wall.
Side out.
Nice little paddle
Yeah.
re-kill there from Steve Cooney.
He does do that nice paddle. He does a nice
0-4.
paddle shot, kind of like a big ball shot.
Side out.
Nah.
Like he guessed that that ball was going to come off the back wall further out,
4-0.
but just went straight down.
Nice.
Off balance,
Point.
1 inch high kill shot. Mondo Ortiz down the right. Now at
5-0.
5-0, and this is the Mondo that we thought would show up before we found
Point.
out that he was on his deathbed prior to the trip.
6-0.
Now 6-0, and he's scoring quick too. Now,
Good ball.
this is where you would call a timeout to stop the momentum, but Steve
Second.
now would only have 1.
Yeah, he better be careful with how he calls those timeouts.
I like that shot.
That
Side
was a
out.
good shot.
A punch fist that just clips
0-6.
that
Hold
left
on,
wall
sorry.
deep and just almost cracks out.
0-6.
How old is Cooney? Is he like in his like 21?
Early 20s, yeah. Lived in Tucson, Arizona for a good year, or
Did he?
a summer, and trained with Abraham and Luis and Sean
Side
and
out.
all those guys. He's a friend of the Tucson handball community. Now in New York,
6-0.
where he has no friends, I
No
heard.
friends.
Yeah. I just kidding.
Well, he's rooming with a bunch of, he said there's a few guys he's rooming with that are from Ireland that I guess spoke to him
0-6.
just a little bit.
Hold it.
I'm sure he's excited about the pro stop that's going to be in New York
Replay 0-6.
with his new hometown.
Yeah, I'm
Short.
sure he can't wait to have,
Second.
you know, to only take a subway to the facility instead of fly.
Across country to
Yeah.
San Francisco, Tucson.
Side out.
U.S. Open in Fountain Valley,
Yeah,
California.
he's done a lot of traveling lately.
6-0.
A lot more inexpensive too when you only have to Look at that shot right there from Mondo Ortiz. Take a replay of that if we can. Mondo goes down on 2 knees, hits the right corner. Still a hard shot. A lot of players like to underhand paddle that. The ball will flip up.
Yeah, see his wrist, how he did that? He didn't really put any effort. He used the power of Cooney, you know, to flip it in there. So, nice.
Great replay there as well. Mondo Ortiz slides in, feathers it. A lot of other players would like to go underhand there and just lifts the ball up.
Yeah, just try to get back into the rally.
But Mondo goes for the rollout like he does all the time.
7-0. Point. Huh?
Smart call.
Okay. Thank you.
That's very nice of Mondo to make that call because he didn't have to do that at all. Nobody knew it except for him. That ball that Cooney hit back on the return of serve grazed Mondo's hand on the way up. Only Mondo knew it.
I would have never called that.
I know you wouldn't have. And I'll tell you this, it obviously didn't do anything to the ball because Mondo flat rolled out the return. So it's one of those where you almost say, well, what difference does it make?
Second.
And we already know you would have never called it.
Oh,
that one right there. Now that one also hit him. That one is it's right in the side of the face. See, now he knows it.
Yeah, you know, he just got hit last weekend in the nose. And it took him forever to take, well, you know, with his blood pressure medicine and stuff.
Yeah.
Because of that heart surgery that
I
he had.
think this hit him in the nose as well. I think he has a bloody nose. I mean.
Yeah, you see, he's talking about how that thing's not going to stop.
So for those that are just tuning in, and by those that don't know the story, probably most of them from Ireland, Mondo was born with a heart defect and had open heart surgery. And so he's on heart medication. Doctor gave him optimistically said, you know, you'll be fine in the surgery, but realistically it was about a less than a 50% chance that he'd survive the surgery. 1 year later, he's defeating the #1 seed in one of our pro stops in opening round. Well, he just got hit in the nose, and if it is bleeding, his heart medication makes it very difficult for the blood to stop. And not only is he sick right now, but then he has this to deal with. Well, that should be bye-bye, and it is.
Point.
I mean, I wish I could be sick and play like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or just play like that.
Remember in the days when Michael Jordan would score
9-0.
60 points and be on his deathbed, or 40 some odd points against the Celtics?
And having the flu.
Yeah.
Getting walked off the court.
Side out.
But even though Mondo's playing good right now, or playing well, he's still trailing in this match because he lost game #1.
Side out. 9-0.
9-0, game 2, Mondo up.
Point.
Another elite right corner kill. And Mondo's in a complete different world right now
10-0.
than where Stephen Cooney's at. And the best Stephen can do really in this match is show up late.
Point. Timeout, Stephen.
And hit Mondo in the nose. I mean, that's really the best thing he's done in this game right here.
Probably trying to knock him out.
Yeah, I'll show up late and hope that I don't have to play, and then when I do play, I'm going to make sure I knock you out with a shot square to your face.
Got the new Edel shirts.
Yep.
That just came out I think this pro stop, right?
Yep. This is the WPH Race for 8 Houston.
30 seconds remaining.
Stop right here in the downtown sector, the YMCA.
25 seconds left.
You know, you go to a lot of these major city, and this is major city. There's some huge skyscrapers right here.
Yeah.
But they have absolutely zero going on downtown. And it's the first city I've ever seen of this size that doesn't even have a mall, no Starbucks, there's no
10
restaurants,
seconds.
No
nothing.
McDonald's. I haven't seen a
zero.
McDonald's.
I mean, with all the people that live here, there's not one shop, one place to go.
Time
You have
is
to
in.
actually
We
get in your
have
car and go
11-0.
miles away to find strip malls, and kind of different.
Point.
He just hits a flat rollout. Off balance.
Paul Brady
12-0.
won his match against Luis Cordova 15-3, 15-6.
He doesn't want to stay in there long, that's for sure.
Point.
Looked like Mondo woke up after that hit in the nose.
Yeah.
13-0.
13-0, I believe it is right now.
Mondo loses game one, though.
Side out.
Caught off balance there. You know, Steve Cooney should actually be trying to get some points,
0,
get a
13.
rhythm for that tiebreaker, instead of being so flat. I mean, he's down 13-0. But he needs to get it. He needs to get in a rally where he wins it. And
I mean, but how do you do
13-0.
that? I mean, he can't score a point, so you're just saying he needs to get a point to learn. I mean, are you saying change his serve?
yeah, no, he needs to change the serve. He
Maybe
needs to-
serve right-handed instead of left-handed?
Yeah, go back to his right. There you go.
See, it's like he's listening.
I mean, I would go for lobs or something different. I mean, if you're serving Mondo power serves, they better be really good, because if not, he's going to roll them, pass them out.
Well, Mondo Ortiz is completely different than the way he played in that first game. I mean, there was moments of this in the first game, but Cooney had him on the ropes the whole, for the first 20 minutes.
Point.
And that's what we saw in the first game with Mondo. Not so much here in game number 2. One serves 13? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's what you saw.
Side out.
That's a side out. That ball has a flat mouse around that revolving door.
13-1.
The up front revolving door.
Second serve.
Now we're at 14 to force a tiebreaker. This is one of the very fastest moving games to go into a tiebreaker I've ever seen. I think we're like, 30 minutes into it. Only 30 minutes and we're going to go into the third game. That's pretty quick. We saw the other one was an hour and a half, an hour and 20 minutes.
Point.
Another point now for Stephen Cooney.
2-13.
2 serves 13.
It'd be an incredible comeback, but I don't think that's going to
Side
happen.
out.
Mondo either just barely skips it in or makes it, barely makes it on that
13-2.
elite kill shot attempt.
Look
Wow,
at that.
that's unbelievable. That left hand is the best on the tour.
14-2.
You think it's better than Dave's? What Dave's
Well,
thinks?
I said best, right? I mean,
And it's game 2.
Look at that.
3 minutes.
It's
We're gonna have
over. I mean, that game went by quick.
Very
Probably like
fast.
10 minutes.
we have a break as well, 3 minutes. Now, I know Cooney will take 5 or 6, but we'll have 3, and we'll be back in just a bit. Stick around. More action right around the corner here at racefor8.com coming up.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Let's see what happens here. Armando Ortiz with the Edel gear, huh?
All right,
He looks like
guys.
a big
Armando,
old
you'll
orange.
serve first, his tiebreaker is to 15 points, win by
With
2.
his name on the back as well.
yeah.
Mondo Ortiz stepping in here. Played
0 serves 0.
wishy-washy in that first game. That's the only way I can say it. But then just on fire in game number 2. And will Mondo have that same verve for game 3? And it's a huge overhit from Cooney, and Mondo goes right down the middle with a flat roll.
Well, he's starting off good.
1-0. Thank you. Point. 2-0.
What was that?
He said no.
Maybe he hit a wrist ball or something.
Well, then you have to check the ball after that. So I don't know if that was the case.
Side out.
Mondo has made that shot literally 15,000 times in his life, and he's still in his early 20s.
Replay or
Broken ball.
Broken ball, yeah.
I was wondering why they didn't break that ball multiple times in the first game or second game when Mondo was crushing it. I mean, I think there's something wrong with the ball if it doesn't break under those scenarios. These people will get mad that you break the ball, but I'm thinking if it doesn't break with Mondo hitting the ball right now, we have a problem.
Nope, spin. Played a little. So.
I mean, how much harder can you hit the ball and not break it? And you play on those, it's concrete there at the
L plaster. It's like that concrete with the plaster on
right.
it. Yeah, it's
How many broken balls have you seen up there with the guys that you play with?
I think he broke 2 cans last time we played.
That's not bad.
Side out.
But I'm thinking over the years of having Vince Munoz and yourself. And now Vic Perez, who just crushes everything he hits.
Yeah, you set up Vic Perez, and he really leans into it.
Point.
Now that Shorty's going there and Mondo, it's rough.
3-0.
But then you have Paul Godina.
Oh, and that neutralizes everything. He's the one that buys the balls, so you don't.
No, you'd be surprised. He hits the ball pretty hard.
I know he does. I'm just joking. I'm saying it because I know he's
I'm going
watching.
back, so I had to deal with that.
Yeah. You'd be surprised. You're right. I am surprised.
Side out.
Cooney trying to buy a little hinder call there from referee Abraham Montijo.
3-0.
You don't seem to get intimidated by anybody, but when Mondo starts that head bobbing in the service line and talking to himself up there when he's on a roll, that does kind of it lets you know that he's playing good ball. I mean, I hate when I'm playing, we're playing Luis Moreno down in Tucson. He starts slapping his glove on his on his hip. You're going, oh no, here.
Oh, is that the sign?
Yeah, this is not good.
I didn't know that. See, that's the good thing about playing him local. You start seeing all
his stuff.
Yeah.
He starts slapping that
3-0.
side of the hip.
Yeah, I start calling injury timeouts and because you're about ready to get a 0.
Side out.
There's another side out. This is game number 3. We're going to 15.
0-3.
0 serves 3. Stephen Cooney, overhand lob serve to Mondo's left. Mondo Ortiz, sponsored by Edel Handball. He's part of Team Edel.
Side out. 3-0. Point.
4-0. It's like the last game. Let's see what happens here.
4-0.
Cooney better do something.
Second. Point.
Yeah, anything above Mondo's shoulders right now would be a plus for Cooney. This way, Mondo wouldn't kill it.
Point.
Nice.
6-0.
This might be one of those matches that Mondo really needs. There's that left hand that you were talking about.
One on 1 foot, right?
Yeah, 1 foot fade away,
Fade
but he hits it, exactly where he needs to hit it, with the right pace and everything. But this might be that match that he needs because he is sick, and that he just sort of like he just cleaned out the turbo engine,
Yeah.
Got the exhaust all cleaned out, and
0-7.
this could either really help him in the next round or make it even worse.
Short.
Who knows? But for now,
it looks like it's helping him.
Yeah, definitely that loss helped.
A lot of congestion was what he had. So he has some type of cold right now. That's for sure.
There's a point for Cooney.
1-7.
1 serve 7, going to 15. This is the round of 16. Winner advances to the quarters. Loser goes into the 9 through 16th playoff. Nice get right there from Mondo, who stays down, and he's still in this play. There's that amazing left hand again. Strange hit right there from Cooney, and Mondo took care of it. There might even be a timeout here.
I wish I could shoot like that with my left and my right.
Well, you can and you do, but
Timeout Armando.
you would like to know how to shoot like that after a 20-shot rally where you dove twice, and then still have enough wind. Because diving, you lose some air when you hit the ground, but get up and
that's like, yeah.
You have to breathe through those shots. You can't just hold your breath. So it takes a lot of poise as well. That was a nice kill shot from Mondo to close it out here in the tiebreaker. Here's a replay. Mondo is doing a lot of running here.
That's a great hit.
Mondo stays down, maybe even a little bit too much.
Yeah, the ball went away from him right there. He didn't realize that It was
right there.
moving.
That ball checks up. Mondo thought it would come back pretty far, but he steps in just perfectly, puts it away.
All right, it's time. Resuming play, 7-1.
And we're back in at 7-1.
Replay.
Again.
Mondo got hit again. Well,
7-1.
Cooney's doing one of those good old tricks. Like, if you want to serve that serve, then I'm going to hit you with the return. So keep doing it. Mondo quickly changes to a different serve. Wow, he could have taken another one right there. Mondo knew it too. That's a pretty good formula, Marcos. You might want to remember that. I don't like the serve.
I don't want to hit Mondo.
I'm just kidding.
Point.
Mondo forces that ball.
2-7.
Now Cooney's doing a quick serve here, and I think Cooney feels it. No call from the ref.
Hold it. We'll do it again.
Both of these guys playing one wall right now.
2-7.
I feel sorry for Steve Cooney.
He might be playing some one wall in New York.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is playing one wall.
I think I might try that when I go to New York.
7-2. Point.
I mean, I've seen Mondo play one wall, and he's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
But Cooney
8-2.
has won, I believe, 5 Irish championships in one wall and can play the game. And there's another broken ball.
Broken ball. Some of the good thing here is now Mondo gets a fresh ball.
Yeah.
To serve.
At 8-2, but Cooney's one heck of a one-wall player.
And these new balls, I mean, they really have been moving well. I'm really liking this ball.
What I don't understand is that are these gloves that Mondo is wearing, are they Edel gloves?
Oh, no, those are Owen gloves.
So he's wearing Owen gloves, but Edel, he's sponsored by Edel?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a fine, right? I mean, that's an equipment fine. I'm just trying to go to Tahiti. I'm doing it any way I possibly can.
I think it's in the contract he can wear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, 2 serves coming. Score is 8-2.
Especially if he's friends with an Owen-sponsored player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Short.
Just wanted to get that out there. We had a lot of tweets, suggestions.
Second.
Oh, man.
Point.
That's the one that you go home thinking about shots like that. That's another point.
But being under the weather and not giving up on those last shots that, you know, brought him back in the rally.
Side
Thought
out.
there was a little screen thing going on there. No call from the ref and no argument from Mondo.
2-9. Sorry, hold on. 2 serves 9.
And since we're talking about equipment, Stephen Cooney is penalized for this game here for improper gear.
That's a skip ball.
Wrong shirt. We don't wear T-shirts on the show court.
9-2. Short. Second serve.
That was not a great serve from Mondo.
It wasn't. I was thinking the same thing.
I think he got a bad bounce when he dropped it on the ground and decided just to hit it anyway.
Side out.
Nice pickup from Cooney, who re-kills it in the left corner. I'll tell you, Marcos, it's getting tougher at these race stops for the elite pros that are named in their opening round matches. I mean, they're playing players that are, you know, throw Brady out of the mix, but it's getting tougher for some of these guys. And you're seeing a lot more competition, a lot of tiebreakers in the opening round.
Yeah,
I think we had 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Point.
Daniel, Victor, and Shorty Ruiz. I mean, they all played great.
And
great
this one
matches.
here, and then Emmett Pichot went to a tiebreaker. I mean, there's a lot of them happening. I think we had at least 4 or 5 out of the 8 matches.
Side out.
Mondo loads up on that ball and hits a flat kill.
Yeah. As an older player, I used to see these the younger generation. They weren't as dominant, and now I see it as them being much more of a dominant players, and it just seems like the tour is more balanced out now, with
point.
You know how it's ran as well. You know.
Mm-hmm.
10-3.
I think I'm hearing 10-3, but not sure. Scoreboard says that, so we'll go with it.
Beautiful underhand.
Seems like Cooney's, that's like one of his patented shots.
.310. Thank you. Side out. .10-3.
Is there any tournaments going on right now in Ireland?
Well, the All-Ireland Senior Championships is touring around, yeah. But that's a, you know, a couple-month tournament.
Side out.
So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. In every county, you know, they tour around from county to county, so.
Point.
Another point for Stephen Cooney here. Terrible weak return from Mondo.
Yeah, he didn't like that at all.
4-10.
I mean, slowing it down is going to be his best bet right now for Cooney, especially on that serve. Not much, not the rally, but the serve.
Side out.
Mondo is just relentless.
Timeout, Mondo.
He goes for a left corner kill.
Scores 10-4.
Cooney barely digs it out. Mondo takes it right out of the air and just goes right into the right corner with the exact same shot and gets a rollout. But if Cooney was able to get his hands on that, Mondo would go to the left and do the same thing again. And just, you know, always going for the juggler. And then he calls a timeout here. 5 points away from advancing into the round of 8, where we have pretty good matchups already. I mean, just swiping down that bracket from what we know, not knowing the outcome of this one. Paul Brady will face Danny Cordova, so Brady's going to try to be the Cordova wrecker this weekend.
He's going to own the family, I guess.
That's our #1 seed going against the #9 seed tomorrow in the quarterfinals at 12 o'clock Central Time. At 10, to kick it all off in the morning, David Fink and Luis Moreno. They play each other at the local club down in Tucson, but then again, 4 of the top 8 players in this bracket all came from the same club in Tucson, Arizona. Sean Lenning will be playing the winner of this one, either Mondo Ortiz or Steve Cooney, at 11 a.m. Emmett Pichot up against my broadcast partner here, Marco Chavez. Chavez.
Yeah. I think that's at 1.
That's going to be at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Central Time.
11 o'clock, I had to play the senior tour.
Yeah, we have to look at that senior schedule and see probably at the same time. You don't care.
Oh, no.
You're just here to get away from the kids.
Kid.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to be the one to tell everybody.
10-4. Side out.
Like Mondo's being a little flat right here.
4-10.
Slow serve seems to be a little effective.
Point.
So just so you know how your tomorrow's going to fare out, you play a match at 11 in the 40 bracket, then you play at 1 o'clock against Emmett, and then you play at 2 o'clock in the 40s again. So enjoy that. And then
Thank you.
We haven't even talked about any playoffs if you were to lose, or if you were to win, what's going to go on after that. If you win, you play again at 4 o'clock. So enjoy.
I'll get my handballs work this weekend.
Well, tomorrow is going to be a big day for you. Let's put it that way.
5-10. Short.
Stephen Cooney has 5. Mondo Ortiz 10. Going to 15. Winner advances.
Second. Side out. 10-5.
This is where Mondo really needs to gain some points. He's been really stale.
Yeah, and he got one. He
There
heard
you
you.
go.
Yeah, you're right. It was going by pretty quick, and then
And Cooney was
11-5.
just chipping away, got 1 point, and then another. So, I mean, that stuff adds up.
Point. 12-5.
I hate that shot. Happens so much.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating because
5-12.
Yeah, you set up for it to hit that sidewall, and it doesn't.
oh, what a terrible serve. Now I see why Cooney doesn't serve right-handed. That was horrible.
And that left-handed kill.
Mondo back into the box.
12-5. Point.
That's another laser for Mondo Ortiz. I believe 13-5.
13-5. Point.
Oh, that ball was a perfect crack serve. Now 14, match point.
14, match point. Serves 5.
Serves 5.
I thought it skinned Mondo and it affected the play. Yeah.
Mondo's giving it to him. Steve Cooney wins game number 1, 15-12. Mondo comes back and completely dominates game number 2 to force a tiebreaker. I believe it was 15-3 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And Cooney's lucky he got points because I believe Mondo was up 13-0.
Hold it. We'll do it again.
Earlier in the match that you played against the youngster, he's not young anymore, but Adam Bernhardt, young to the Pro Tour, you put a 0 on him in second game. Do you ever feel bad about that, or you just say, hey,
Replay 14-5.
I need to get this over with, or what's your philosophy on zeros? Because I know a lot of people have conflictive, like I'll throw you a bone.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah, right.
I'm not here to be Mr. Nice Guy on the court. Maybe off the court I'll be nice, but on the court I'm just trying to finish the matches. I mean, I've gotten donuts on the Pro Tour, so. Tati Silvera had a qualifier one time, gave me a donut. when he had to requalify back in the days.
Point.
Cooney now making Mondo work just a little bit here to get those last points.
Mondo's telling him, come on, just finish it.
Yeah.
Skip the ball in so I can get out of here.
6-14.
6-14.
Short. Second.
Look at that.
Side out.
Same thing. On 1 foot side front kill. Flat, I mean.
14-6.
It looks like he's getting a little tired. He better finish it here.
Side out. Six 14. Side out, check
Another
it.
side out. Mondo trying to get the 15th point again.
It's like the third time at least.
14-6.
Very vocal.
It's a big setup for Mondo. Goes for the bottom board. Misses it, though. Cooney pops it with the fist. Mondo left hand.
Oh.
Side out.
And another side out.
6-14.
The ball broke?
Side out.
No, it was just a strange little flick, kind of Sean Linning style from Mondo. And that ball hit the floor
14-6.
right at the front wall and made that little weird sound up there. Inside out down the right wall. There it is. Mondo closes it out
Game and match.
with a flat rollout with the left hand, defeats Steve Cooney. Loses the first one 15-12, comes back 15-3, wins, and then takes game number 3 15-6. We're going to say goodnight. There's
Thank
not
you.
going to be a long presentation.
you.
I actually was going to start talking about what's going to happen tomorrow and, you know, do this big exit interview with you, but I realize that you have literally 15 matches of handball tomorrow, Marco
and
Chavez.
I have to go eat dinner too. So
Yeah, so I mean, we're just letting you go. I mean, good
Thank
night
you.
to you. So I want to thank Marcos for stepping in, but we'll have handball starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow on ESPN and the Watch ESPN app. For those that are watching and say, well, how do I even watch? I mean, I just go to racefor8.com and let it guide you the way. The
Yeah, it's
app for
pretty simple.
ESPN is actually right there on that page. You just have to scroll down. That's where it's at. 10 o'clock Central Time is when the matches will start. That is David Fink against Luis Moreno at 10 a.m. So want you to be around for that. We're going to say goodnight for now, but, you know, we'll have more handball, of course, throughout the remainder of the weekend for Marcos, as well as the help that we got from Dave Fink earlier, and Linda Manning, Chris Garrad, Jeff Kastner, Matt, I know I'm going to say his last name wrong, but I call him Bruno Mars.
Yeah, it's Bruno.
So we want to say thanks to him as well for what he's done with that camera work up top. But we're going to say goodbye for now. See you tomorrow on ESPN and the Watch ESPN app. Good night.